Greetings! In this video, we'll step through the configuration of a continuous delivery pipeline and watch it in action. For this demonstration, we'll use the Atlassian IRCT microsite as our project, and we'll keep the pipeline fairly simple. It will contain 5 stages: packaging, deploy to a test environment, test execution, deploy to production, and production smoke tests. Each stage is divided into jobs, and each job is comprised of sub-steps or tasks. Let's look under the hood. The first stage contains the job that compiles, unit tests, and packages our project, steps that need to execute in isolation, so this job gets its own stage. Inside the job, there are 2 tasks that happen in sequence. Pull down the source code, then invoke Maven to run the unit tests and package the code. The result is a WAR file. We tell Bamboo where to find the file and flag it as a shared artifact so we can pass it downstream. Next, we deploy the WAR to a testing environment. Again, this job can't be run simultaneously with any of the others, so it gets its own stage too. Here we're using the Heroku deploy task to send our build to a Heroku app where it can be tested. This job consumes the WAR produced upstream, so we configure an artifact dependency by selecting an available artifact and telling Bamboo where in the deploy job's working directory to place it. With the build deployed, it's time to test. Here we take advantage of the fact that jobs in each stage will be run in parallel so long as enough build agents are available. We break our test suite into batches and run each batch as its own job. There are dozens of ways to do this. Here we use TestNG's Groups feature to split our suite into integration-level user account and issue creation tests, as well as a third group containing all the UI-level tests. All jobs in a stage must complete successfully before Bamboo will move on to the next stage. And our next stage is the production deploy. It is essentially a clone of the earlier deploy with one exception. We don't want to release each and every successful build, so we add a checkpoint here to make this a manually triggered or controlled stage. This means that each time the plan runs, the build will pause here, even if all previous stages were successful, and wait for a human to resume its progress. Following the production deploy, we return to automatic execution and run some smoke tests. This is configured in the same way as before, just with different test groups and only 2 parallel running jobs. Now that our pipeline is in place, let's make a code change and see it in action. I'll update a failing test to get it passing again, commit the change, and push it to my repo. In a few moments, Bamboo has detected the change and brings our pipeline to life. Notice that we have 3 build agents available, but because of stages, the jobs at the top of the pipeline are still being run sequentially. Once the testing stage begins, we see all 3 agents go to work. Sure enough, even though all the tests passed, Bamboo has stopped the build instead of proceeding to the production deploy. To trigger the production deploy, simply click the Resume button or select it from the Run menu. Voila! Our changes are tested and the application is live. All that hard work deserves a beer, don't you think? Thanks for watching. Now don't just sit there. Build something!
Qtest by QA Symphony is the complete testing platform for Jira. Let me show you how Qtest helps Agile teams work faster, collaborate better, and create higher quality software. The Qtest platform provides Agile test case management for manual and automation test execution with a real-time integration to Jira to report defects and track test results against any Jira issue. Exploratory and session-based testing support through our rapid test execution recorder that collects all steps, screens, and annotations in order to streamline bug creation into Jira and steps to reproduce, while at the same time accelerating your test automation efforts by automatically generating automated test scripts. A continuous testing solution that's purpose-built for teams practicing DevOps, bringing testers directly into your continuous delivery pipelines by integrating into your popular source code repositories and build tools. And we bring it all together with advanced test analytics to help your teams consolidate and visualize their software testing activity throughout each Agile development lifecycle. Over 450 leading enterprise companies trust their testing to QA Symphony, so grab your team and sign up for a free trial today.
Companies are feeling the pressure to get more features to their users faster. As a result, they're focusing on streamlining processes and looking to models like DevOps and continuous delivery to find ways to optimize their software releases. This is what releasing software might look like for you now. A loose process with lots of manual work and lots of different tools and systems that have to be kept in sync. This approach is time-consuming and prone to errors, and it's hard for everyone who's involved in the process to get an overview of what's happening. Continuous delivery software from Xebia Labs unifies disconnected build, CI, test, and deployment tools, so you can optimize your processes and make more accurate data-driven decisions earlier, from finding opportunities to automate work to identifying bottlenecks and areas of risk. With Xebia Labs, you can orchestrate your continuous delivery pipeline across tools like Jira, GitHub, ServiceNow, Jenkins, Chef, Puppet, and many more. Xebia Labs offers freedom for developers and control for operations, so you can manage your software release pipelines for DevOps success. Of course, you usually don't work on just one release at a time. You often have to manage many releases, which may depend on each other in complex ways. XL Release is the most advanced pipeline management available. It allows you to work with interconnected release pipelines across your organization, both individually and as a whole. At a glance, you can see master releases that break down into sub-releases, so you have a single view of what's happening now and what's coming up, even if teams throughout your organization have different requirements and release processes. XL Release makes it easy for everyone, from developers and testers to release managers and product owners, to see potential problems before they happen, and to take action before a delay in one release can impact others. And with XL Release, your release data is automatically captured and visualized in a variety of reports and dashboards that you can configure for your team's needs. So you can see the level of automation in your releases today, discover the parts of your pipelines that would benefit the most from more automation, and identify bottlenecks in both manual and automated tasks. And you aren't limited to XL Release's internal reports. You can always export your release history and analyze it with your favorite data analysis tool. Of course, the release and deployment data that XL Release and XL Deploy both automatically capture isn't only useful for reporting. It's also important for compliance with security rules and auditing requirements. For example, XL Release's templates provide a documented model of your release processes, and thorough logging allows you to see who did what and when. And in XL Deploy, you don't just get cumulative deployment data. You can open every deployment and rollback that was done and see the exact steps that were executed. XL Release and XL Deploy both use a role-based security system, so you can quickly onboard new users while maintaining granular control over access and permissions. Xebia Labs offers automation, visibility, intelligence, and control, so you can make fast, accurate, data-driven decisions about your software releases. And you can get started for free. Visit XebiaLabs.com and sign up for your 30-day trial today.